show must go on.
Yeah, always.
Double crash out.
All right, here we go.
From classrooms to the field, truth and laughter both revealed. Tune in for that special feel. Nampa School's always real. Welcome to Nampa, where dreams can grow. Matt and Tyler on the show. Welcome to Nampa, where dreams can grow. Matt and Tyler on the show. Welcome to Nampa, hear the beat. Join the podcast, take your seat.
All right, well, welcome into season 2 now, Matt.
Oh my gosh.
Of the Nampa School District Podcast, brought to us by...
Oh, it's me. Oh,
that's you.
We're getting that part down. CapEd Credit Union, of course. CapEd, it's more than banking. It's making a difference. Huge shout out to CapEd as our title sponsor for our podcast. So happy to have them and so happy to be. This is our first outdoors podcast. I don't believe it. Beautiful morning right now. The sun is starting to hit, so it's starting to warm up. But we've got quite the crowd with us today, and we are excited for that here at Nampa High School. How about it, Bulldogs?
Go Dogs.
That's right. And joining us, of course, right here, the one, the only, Mr. Greg Carpenter.
Good morning. Thanks for having us. Look at this. This is amazing. Our coaches and our kids stepped up because they're excited about starting on Monday. Not school, maybe, but sports, right? So anyways, thank you all for being here this morning.
Yeah, that's huge that you brought everybody out here. I mean, pulled out all the stops. We've got coaches, a bunch of our awesome student athletes and activities people and whatnot. That's the proper term for it, I guess. So
one day you're going to learn these things, Matt.
Yep, I know. Yeah, I'm entering year 2. It's about time. So, Greg, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know we had a big podcast with you before, but I mean, you deserve a second recognition. Let's hear all about you.
I love doing the podcast.
Yeah, we love having you.
But I wanted to do something big because, like I've always said to you guys, it's about our kids. It's about our coaches that make these things happen. And, we've got big goals and big aspirations this year. And you can tell these kids, they're fired up and ready to go. Myself, I've been here a few years. I think I've been in the school district probably 25 years now.
Jeez, nice.
Counting down the other side, if you know what that means. So I'm really excited. We're putting together some things this year to get our name out there a little bit more with and with the help of you guys with our branding and marketing. And it starts with these guys. So we're going to do some things this year to build our community because we are the flagship high school. We are Nampa High School, sure. And we carry the name. So we're going to put it out there to our stakeholders and our community. It's going to be really huge. Yeah, with that, it's fun for me being on the sidelines here in the Nampa Bowl. Baseball, volleyball, everything, like, it's huge. Nampa has a culture that is just different from the other schools. Not saying that the other schools have a bad culture at all. It's just different here. So saying that, what are you most excited about this year going into year 25 in education for you, however much here in Nampa? What are you most excited about? I think the biggest thing is our entire activities program is now competing at the 5A level.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's going to make a huge difference, and then all 3 of the high schools are competing, well, with the exception of one program that, you know how they are. But, they deserve it. I mean, Skyview Volleyball is what I'm talking about, and they're head and shoulders. But, our guys, we're making some moves, and I'm excited about our kids that they're going to go out and compete on the field and get things done. I mean, we're talking about city champs, SIC champs, and state champs. That's kind of the goal. I kind of took that from, I think Michigan does that, right? Beat Ohio State, win the Big Ten, win the national championship. So I kind of coined that with, these are our goals. And, our coaches are probably going to hear about it, more and more and more and more about that's what we want to do and who we are. And again, go Dogs.
So beat Skyview, beat Columbia, win the national championship.
Absolutely. Yeah. In that order, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. How long have you been activities director now?
It's kind of a mixed bag. So I've been here 6 years. I was at the other school for a little while.
Uh-oh.
We won't talk about that. Yeah, that was 8 years. Pardon me. And I spent 3 years at CUNA High School. I have some friends out there, and they gave me an opportunity to move out of the elementary because I was an elementary principal too here in Nampa.
Done it all.
I think all the kids that were at Owyhee when I was there have now actually graduated from high school. It's been that long, but it's kind of weird when a kid will come up and go, "You were my principal." I'm like,
"Who are you?"
You guys grow up and I don't change.
Right. Pretty soon you're going to be having their kids come through at some point. I'm sure you might have seen that in your 25 years at some point too. That's just crazy to hear. But 6 years now in the activities director position. So you've seen and overseen all sports, all activities for a long time. You've seen how it really affects the community in such a great way, as well as school culture. Tell us a little bit about how sports and activities really shape the school culture and pride here.
Well, there's a saying, and no offense to any of the other sports in our school, but there's a saying is as your football season goes, so does the rest of your school, because it kind of kicks off, and yes, football has that mantra about it, but all the success that we have from our kids carries into the culture. They're more excited to come to school. They're more excited to wear their uniforms and represent Nampa High School. So the more success that we can have, and the more opportunities that we can provide. So that's kind of my job is to put them in situations where they can be successful, put our coaches in situations where all they have to do is coach or promote their program. So that's kind of what my job is, and stay out of the way and let them do what they do. So those are the big things. I love I love the struggle, and I love seeing our kids, have success. It builds character.
Well, one thing for me personally, going through high school, I went up in Washington, and I think we talked about this last year, is yes, we're a school district. We're all about academics, but without the activities, the athletics, there are kids like me that I would never have got through school had it not been for these extracurriculars. I remember being on the field. I had to keep my grades up to be able to play in the winter and the spring. When I was in the band, I had to keep my grades up in order to perform. Mm-hmm. So it's those extra things that I think people don't think about when like, oh, you guys are promoting sports. Yes, but it's really the athletes that are on the field that we're promoting, who we don't know all their stories and why they're playing. Part of it is literally just to get through school. So can you kind of talk to that?
Yeah, I'm a living example. I was a terrible student, awful student. I didn't know how to be a student. And the one thing that kept, me above water was sports, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't become a good student until I had to pay for it, if that makes sense. Mm. So when I went to college and I had to pay for my education, I was like, oh, I got to work hard. So I took my education for granted. And again, the only thing that kept me afloat was athletics. And we have it here just like most schools, right? That's the motivator. They love coming to school because they have an opportunity to do something outside of the classroom. And it doesn't matter what it is. It's esports to girls soccer to our marching band. It's all the things that our schools provide that are important to kids, So that's huge.
Yeah, and with the community, sorry, Matt, just want to keep us rolling here. One thing that the community can do if they can't physically make it to the games, whether it on the field, in the gym, is huddle. So we just want to throw it out there that you can catch every Nampa School District game live with NSD Huddle live stream. You can watch anywhere at fan.huddle.com/NSD. It's only $8 per game, $15 a month, or the full year for $75, which is a steal in all reality there. So make sure to go to fan.huddle.com/NSD today to get signed up with that. Now, with that, Carp, we have some coaches here, and we're just going to kind of rotate them through. And so introduce your first one, and we'll just make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm aware one of my coaches has to get back to a meeting because she's a teacher at another school in our district. She's our dance coach, and that's Stephanie Higgins, so we'll have her join us first.
Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. Come have a seat right here.
Okay.
Yay. Go ahead. Clap for her. See, there you go. All right. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome on. Let me get this camera going again. How you doing this morning, Stephanie?
Fantastic.
Hi.
Doing good.
Good to hear. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been coach now, and just, I guess, your background.
Okay. I've been coaching the dance team here at Nampa for 5 years. I'm going into my 5th year. Previously, I coached cheer, also here at Nampa for about 3 to 4 years. And a very long time ago in 1999. I actually started out at Skyview coaching the Blue Angels over there. So kind of circling around the district a little bit.
I hear a common theme here. You start at Skyview, but you end at Nampa.
Yeah, we were together.
I moved here in 2000, and she was coaching the Blue Angels when I started at Skyview. So I've known Stephanie for a long time.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Dating ourselves.
So, Stephanie, what is the energy like as you begin the season? I know the girls are excited. They're, it's only 9:30 in the morning as we're recording this, but they're awake.
Oh, yeah.
But what's the energy like going into the season, especially, starting on Monday?
We've had an incredible summer of practices. We've been preparing. We're ready to attack the football games and get on the sidelines out here and root on our teams. We have started prep for our competition season, which begins in November. So we've got a pretty good head start going. We're pretty excited. We're looking forward to it.
How about big time goals for this year? Whether it's on, off the floor, if you will.
Yeah. This year's going to be a tough year. So being in 6A is also tough. Yeah. But moving into 5A for us, the teams we compete against have shrunken down. Now, when we qualify for state, they take the greater half moves on to state. Now, we had a tough but just incredible year last season. We qualified for state in 6A and 3, and we were just incredibly overjoyed and excited about that. And so moving to 5A is actually going to put some pressure on, because we have now Skyview's got an incredible team. Columbia's taken state now a couple times, but we're looking forward to being pushed and competing against those other teams and just going for it. One thing we're really excited about for this season is we are taking a performance tour trip to New York.
Ooh.
So we are super excited once we finish at state, because we are planning on state. We take off to New York. So that's pretty exciting stuff for us.
Now, Carp's been talking about us promoting. If you need a couple people to document your trip to New York, I might know a couple.
Perfect.
Gotcha. All right. Stephanie Higgins, head dance coach here at Nampa High School. Thanks so much for being here. Best of luck with the season to you and all your dancers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks, ladies, for being here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next,
Yeah, next up, you tell us who's next.
I'm going to have Jared Seen step up here because he truly is the heartbeat of Nampa High School and what his kids do.
He makes the noise.
You talk about hard working. Our dance and cheer team, they're no stranger to practicing, getting up and being here at 5:30 in the morning. So half their day is already done.
That's right. Yeah.
These guys, they'll put in a 10-hour day of work, right now.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy, man, he does so much for our climate and culture that I'm thankful for him to be with us as a Bulldog.
Well, and he's no stranger to the podcast. This
That's
is
right.
your second time on, third time?
I want to say third, isn't it?
I think third.
Third,
Yeah.
okay.
That's the charm right there. Of course, Jared Seen, the head band director here at Nampa High. Also, if I'm not mistaken, award-winning band director, right? Or am I making that up?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'll take all the awards I can get.
Okay, we'll go with it. Big-time award-winning gentleman. Why don't you, even though this is your third time, tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been band director here.
Yeah, thanks. This is my third year at Nampa as the head director. Before this, I taught for 5 years as the director at Lone Star Middle School, which is our feeder middle school. So I'm excited to be here in the third year too. It's been awesome, and it's gonna keep growing.
So you're running out of kids now that you have taught down at Lone Star here. Would they be seniors, a couple seniors now, or is it just moved on?
Yeah, last year's graduating seniors were my first year teaching. They were sixth graders. And now this year's freshmen, I taught in the sixth grade. So next year will be a whole new batch of students that I have not met.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That is just wild right there.
And so we're going to kind of just ask you a couple of the same questions. So what's the energy like as your team, your band, I'll call them a team because they really are a team, as you guys begin the season? I know you guys had band camp last week, but
And
it's
this week.
going into this week.
Yes.
So you guys are just going strong. What's the energy like out on the field, literally getting ready?
Yeah. Well, like you said, we're in week 2 of band camp right now, and it's an evening camp. The attitude is hopeful. It's positive. It's rigorous this year. We're really pushing this thing, persistent insistence. where we need the correct outcome, and we're going to be really persistent with it. And the kids are just totally living into that saying, and it's awesome.
Nice. How about goals going into this year? Third year, it's the charm, as we know.
Yeah, third year, best year, right? The goals are, like I said, to be rigorous. We want the students to be at their absolute best all the time. One thing we tell them is when we're doing a rep in rehearsal, each rep is the best time they've ever performed it, right? So going into competition season, one thing that we say to them is do your best and the results will come. So that's really what we're pushing to the students, is just do their absolute best all the time.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Jared Seen, head band director here at Nampa High. Thanks so much for being here, and best of luck for this season. We're looking forward to hearing you on the field and everywhere.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jared.
Thanks.
Okay, this one is kind of messing up my email chains a little bit. Recently remarried, but she's not married to our baseball coach, who shares the same last name.
Okay.
She's our cross country coach. She's our track coach, Kylie Wells.
All right. Welcome, Kylie.
Hi.
Now, Kylie, we had you on before, correct? And you were the Oregon Duck.
I am the Oregon Duck.
Well, nice. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Hey, come on.
Says the Husky fan.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I root for Boise, too.
I'm sorry.
Kylie,
No, that's going to get me
welcome.
in trouble. I'm sorry. Matt, go save me. Save me.
Let's welcome you onto the
Thank
podcast.
you.
Great to see you. I know that we've talked one time virtually, so nice
Yes.
to actually see you in person now.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Head cross country coach here at Nampa High School. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? You can leave out the Oregon part apparently, or you can talk about that and how long you've been here.
This is my 5th year as the head cross country coach. At my 6th year teaching. I was 17 years at Reynolds High School in Oregon, coached and taught there, and moved here in 2020. So yeah,
Okay.
starting my 6th year, got a good group. We're excited.
Gotcha. Obviously, you need a lot of energy to be running that long. So tell us about it going in.
We've had a great crew this summer. We just got back. We did a camp at Wallowa Lake. I took
beautiful.
12 kids, and we swam and we ran hills and got some altitude training. And I have some amazing seniors this year. My daughter is our senior captain. It's her 4th year running cross country. And then we got a soccer player, Armando, came over, Calderon, and he's a senior. And they've been just leading the team, and they're practicing this week. Even when I'm not around to be there, they're running practice, and we've got a solid group. I think moving down to 5A has been a huge thing for our kids that I work with. 6A schools are big, and it's hard to compete against those big schools. And now we're competing against our rivals, Columbia, Skyview, and there's a different motivation there.
Yeah.
So we've got kids working hard. We have big goals this year.
Yeah. You know what they say, beat Columbia, beat Skyview, win the national championship.
Oh, yeah. That's
So I've
the
heard
plan.
recently.
And
Go Dogs.
Yeah.
so speaking of your goals, what are your goals for the year?
Well, we've got the biggest team we've had since I started so far, and school hasn't even started yet. So I've got the biggest group running this year, and we have a freshman coming in, a girl. Her name's Liliana Rupert, and she's gonna vie for the district title this year as a freshman. She's incredible. But our goal is for both teams, boys and girls, to qualify for state this year. So
All right.
we have that opportunity. We have great runners coming back.
Well, one thing I'll say before we let you go, I've camped over at Wallowa Lake a few times. My goodness, it is beautiful there. So I can only imagine the time that you and your team had there was just amazing.
It was wonderful. We did some go-kart racing too. I can't believe how competitive these kids are. It's incredible. But yeah, we had a blast. It's
All
a
right.
good time.
Well, Kylie Wells, head cross-country coach here at Nampa. Thanks so much for being here, and best of luck on the season.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Hey, real quick before I introduce our last coach that's here, we have members of our cheer team. Okay, and our cheer team is tops. I mean, they bring home trophy after trophy after trophy. But we've had a coaching change recently. So Shania Gomez has been an assistant in our program for a number of years, and with Kelly, and she's going to take over the reins. And it's like just you don't miss a beat. And so we've got members of our team here, and it's an outstanding group. And they're going to do wonderful things here. And I know that if Shania was here, she would also talk about the difference between 6A and 5A. But and for them, I mean, it doesn't matter who they compete against, but the 5A level, I think they're going to bring home some blues this year. I mean, I know that's their goal, right, ladies? Yeah.
All right.
So,
Looking forward to that.
And then also too, we've got members of our boys soccer team here last year, and last year they went to the state tournament, and I think there's a hunger in them right now that they're thinking about from last year, because they went to Lewiston and they lost. Oh boy, a tough one, right? 1-0. And they know that if it would have been them in the state tournament, they would have gone to at least the semis, right? And they would have done some damage in that state tournament. And I know that they're going to play with a vengeance this year. And yeah, they're going to beat Columbia. They're going to beat Skyview. Oops,
and
my
then
bad.
win the national. Oh, I don't know who.
And they're going to win the national championship.
Oh my gosh, that's just the new thing.
So we've got, guys from our boys soccer team here, and also too, Mr. Venegas is he plays football as well, and
Nice.
he does double duty. So the pressure that it puts, I mean, just on his legs with all the running that he does, and getting beat up in a well, you get beat up in a soccer game too, right? Yeah. But anyway, these guys are here and they're going to compete for us, and I'm excited. Their coaches have other jobs that they couldn't be here, and I know that they wanted to be here, so I wanted to give them some shouts, and they're going to do some cool things for us. So, awesome. Boys soccer, and we have girls soccer here too. Their coach. We have a new coach here, Karina Smith, and she's also in a meeting. And they're up and comers. They grind, and we're going to improve with them too. I know they're also excited about playing a 5A schedule. And those ladies, I mean, they work hard and they're leaders. And I'm excited to watch all of our kids play, but watch them play. So for all of our kids that are here today, I just want to say thanks for showing up today.
Absolutely.
So, thank you all.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get started on Monday.
Yeah, huge shout out to you all. Thank you all for being here today, even if your coaches can't. And we're so excited to see you all this season and see what you can do.
So last but not least, we have head football coach who actually is the former AD before I was AD. Ty Thomas is our football coach, and glad to have him here this morning.
All right, Ty Thomas. Coach, welcome. Thanks for being here this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So if I'm not mistaken, this is year 2 as head coach for you. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
Gotcha. Tell us a little bit about your coaching experience, kind of your background here at Nampa.
Started at Nampa in 2012, and so this will be year 14. Joined the coaching staff for football then, and have coached football, basketball, and track over the years, and took an early retirement a couple years ago, just with things going on with the family. And then kind of as things have evolved, kind of was encouraged to reconsider that and get back involved with the football program. And so that happened 2 years ago. And so second year as head coach.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that I love about Nampa football specifically is your kids are in it every single game. It's like they don't take a play off. They're competitive. Even I still remember 2 years ago, you guys playing Eagle, and they had their top quarterback, all this stuff. But 3 quarters in, it was a 1-score game, and everybody was saying, "Oh, this would be over by the first quarter." Like, no, they're still in it. They're fighting. They just keep going to that last whistle. So how is that energy like this year going into your year 2 as head coach? Because I know you coached previously, but how's that energy carrying from last year into this year?
I think if you look over the course of not just the last couple of years, but really the last decade, it's kind of been one of the core values of the program. And one of the first things we talk about always is hustle. And a lot of times too, is it's not always the size of the dog in the fight, and our kids buy into that, and every week are willing to show up and compete. And that's really all what you can ask for. And we're really excited that really at this point too, for those seniors to make it this far, because it's really hard to get to your senior year and still be out. So we're excited that they're making it to the big stage. It's kind of what you put all your time and energy to over the years, and then here you are getting to go out Friday night, represent the community, the school. And so just year in and year out, always excited for those guys that get to that point and that stage in their athletic career to get to go out and do that. So excited to try to be as competitive as we can, and just see what happens.
And speaking of the seniors specifically, this group here, this is the first time they've had the same head coach from one year to the next, if I'm remembering right. And, not throwing shade at any of the previous coaches, but I mean, that's huge for the players because they already know you. They don't have to get to know a new staff every year. So do you expect them to take that next step this year because of just that simple part?
I think that would be one of the goals in the process, is that we can continue to build on the previous group and what was happening last year, but every year is kind of a new year. And so it simplifies some of the things, but then I would say maybe complicates other areas. And just excited to see what happens.
How about goals and expectations you have on this team this year?
Sure. I think we don't necessarily talk directly about, here's the goal. We look a lot at what are the things that we can control, what is the process that we do, and if we can get really good at these things, then it should lead to success in these areas, which then hopefully would result in, a victory or an outcome that we're looking for. And then through that process, then ultimately that if we can do it well and we can do it well over the course of the season, we'd still be playing games in November. And I guess that would be the ultimate goal, is that you're playing games in November.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, head coach of the football team here in Nampa High, Ty Thomas, thanks so much for being here. Best of luck this season.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
What Coach meant to say was beat Columbia,
Right.
beat Skyview,
Sure.
win the national championship.
There it is. Looking for it. Of course he did. All right. Well, I mean, we have any other coaches coming up today?
I think we're good. I don't think I've missed anybody. I just want to say again, I'm so thankful and grateful for our kids being here today, our coaches being here today, and can't wait to start next week. You guys ready for next week? Yeah.
Nice.
Now, Carp, we have a couple of questions for you to kind of wrap up here. So speaking to other students that might be watching, is there a chance or way, like how, if they hear this, like, I want to go play, what do they need to do?
Play. We're trying to get as much information out for our practice schedules and registration, online, social media. I think the hard part is the unknown, so when they come to us, we're going to get them acclimated. We're going to get them going. We're going to get their paperwork done, and we're going to get them introduced to all the coaches and where they need to be. But yes, I mean, it wouldn't be great if we had like 80% of our population, our enrollment, playing an activity or sport. So our job, going back to just activities, is be involved. It doesn't really matter what it is, but be involved. Be involved in your school, creates more pride, increases, improves your climate and culture. So yes, anybody and everybody that wants to play or try something, please. I mean, yes, we will do whatever it takes to help them be involved in an activity or a sport or a program that we have at Nampa High School. So.
And on that same note, what about parents in the community? Obviously, they are huge in not only student athletes' lives, but in supporting sports activities. How would you say they can get involved or support Nampa High athletics and activities more?
We have a great boosters club, and a lot of times the booster club is big projects done by very few people. So, and one of my college baseball coaches had this saying that said, "Many hands make light work." So the more folks that we can get involved, makes everything better for our athletic and our activity programs. I mean, it's less of a heavy lift. In this day and age, we're constantly needing funding, for things, safety equipment, transportation, all those things, or just providing just a successful program. It just takes a lot of moving pieces and parts. So there are, a multitude of things that folks can get involved with, different ideas. All ideas are welcome. We may not be able to do, all those things because we have to work through them, but all ideas are welcome to get folks involved.
Perfect. All right. Well, we are just about out of things to ask you today, I'd say. So anything else you'd like to share with students, families, fans going into this 2025-26 school year?
I'm just really excited, for our kids and our coaches. And, when you start the season, everybody's undefeated,
That's right.
And, so we're excited just to get started. The hardest part is practicing, right? Everybody, you want to put that uniform on and play. And I think that's the key, is that, I still remember the first game or whatever, putting on that uniform and the jitters. And if you don't have butterflies, at your first game or any game really, something might be wrong with you.
Yeah.
But those are the things that I think about as a father, as an AD, as a coach, of what our kids go through just to compete. The time, the energy, just wanting to compete.
Yeah.
That's why I do what I do. I love a good competition or a good fight.
Maybe you can just leave us with one thing that we've learned. I think the main thing we've learned today: you beat Skyview, you beat Columbia. What happens?
National championship.
There it is. Greg Carpenter, the Nampa High Activities Director. Thanks so much for you, all student athletes and activity, all the coaches. Thank you all so much for being here today. This has been awesome.
Thank you. Go Dogs.
That's right.
All right, and to close it out, Matt, this has been episode 1 of season 2.
That's how we're doing it. All right.
I don't know. However we're going to do it, but of
figure
the
it out.
Nampa School District Podcast, brought to you by CapEd Credit Union. And to give a little foreshadow, later today, we're actually going to go over to Columbia and see how they do. I'll be shocked if they come out with a better crowd than what you guys have here.
You guys both know that Todd's good at this stuff.
It is true.
He really is. He shines in things like this, but I think we're going to be better.
And if they come up with a beat Nampa, beat Skyview, win national championships, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
say,
a Nampa thing.
Beat this line right here. Let's see it.
They might be spying on us right now.
Todd? All right. Well, thank you all for listening today. And thank you for everybody who was here today. It's been a great podcast, and we're going to catch you on the next one. Nice job, everyone.